I am super excited to be able to do this introduction today. Jennifer Drean has been on our team for greater than a year now, and it's one of those success stories where your star client turns into an amazing partner on your team. And so it gives me, I figured it would be a good opportunity to spend a few minutes to spotlight Jennifer. So Jennifer, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I think that it would be really beneficial for our prospective clients to understand a little bit about your background. So where are you from?
I'm from Boise. I grew up here, left for a long time for school, and then came back to Boise after living in like probably 6 other states, and I just have never found somewhere better. So,
That's awesome. And so when we first met, you were running an incredibly successful practice. So tell us about what your profession is and the businesses that you run.
yeah, so I am a practicing optometrist, and I've been an optometrist since 2010. I own a practice called Gem State Family Eye Care, which I started cold or hot. I think hot's a little bit better word for that. Back in 2011 or 2011. And we've just been growing like crazy since then. We're in the middle of another practice acquisition now. We had a previous acquisition a few years ago, and just growing like crazy. And then, like you mentioned, about a year ago, I joined the team here at Deliberate Directions and starting my career as a business and executive coach.
Fantastic. And we are so happy to have you with us. One of the other things that you do with our team is you run our Whetstone Roundtable. So could you share a little bit about what that is like as a facilitator?
Yeah, so I love the Whetstone format. I have been a member before I even became a facilitator. And what I love about it is it's just really a great way to collaborate with like-minded individuals. And we help each other in ways that you just can't do on your own in a small business or a medium-sized business without having like a board of advisors. And so not only do I get to help and coach people through that, but mostly I get to help them coach themselves, which I think is just a really cool, and each other, which is I just think a really cool format.
Well, we're lucky to have you as a facilitator for our clients. So thank you for that. I thought it would be really cool. So can you tell us a little bit about your family?
Yeah, so I have two children. My oldest son, Eric, is 22. He's in the Army serving in North Carolina. I have a 15-year-old daughter, Vicki Lynn, who attends high school here in Boise and wants to be on Broadway one day. And then my husband, Romeric, we've been married for almost 2 years now. I met him online, actually, but he's from France originally. He's been living here for about 10 years, and we just have a ton of fun together. So
Awesome. You are also an avid reader, and I think one of the most admirable stretch goals I've ever seen was the goal that you had last year for reading. So could you share what that was and how you did?
yeah, so my goal was to read 52 books in 52 weeks, which is a huge goal even for me. I am an avid reader. I've always got multiple books going. I actually read 56 that year, so it turned out to be better than expected. I definitely had some weeks where I didn't finish one, and so the next week I was trying to finish two, and so so shorter books got picked sometimes just to make them a little bit easier to get along to hit the goal, but it went well. And currently, I think I'm at my goal this year was 26 novels versus business books, because I tend to have a really bad habit of just reading business books and growth and development and nonfiction. And so my goal this year was to read more novels, and I am on track, but I think I'm like 8 books ahead of schedule. So novels definitely read a little faster.
Me too. I haven't read a novel in years. I'm a little jealous, actually. I should. Um, to quickly share, if you had to pick one, what's your favorite business book?
Oh, by far, Traction.
Okay, awesome. One of my
I've read
favorites.
that one like 3 times or 4 times. So
Fantastic. I consider you my in-house traction expert as far as the actual book implementation. So taking that through, fantastic. What has been your favorite novel so far this year?
oh gosh, honestly, we I joined a book club with some other professionals that I've met in groups like Whetstone, and we started it so that we would purposely read novels. And most of what we've read has really been kind of like beachy reads, but I read this great one by Stephen King called Elevation, which I'd highly recommend. It was not a scary book. So if you're not a horror person, it's okay.
Are you a pet owner?
I am. We have a lot of pets, actually. We have a cat named Pepper, a little Chihuahua, 5-pound Chihuahua named Tia, and we have a rat named Coconut.
Very cute. I didn't know you had a rat too. That's hilarious.
Definitely more my daughter's pet, but you know, when you have kids, they're your pets too.
That's fantastic. If you were to pick the perfect dinner to have on a long, weekend where you can prepare and cook it, what would you cook?
Oh gosh, I've actually been like reading a book right now, which is nonfiction, but about hosting and creating like this inviting life. And they have been talking about food for like 2 chapters. So right now, I think the one that I really want to try is a just a grilled salmon with summer to be a little bit lighter, with a nice Dijon lemon dressing over the top.
Oh, fantastic. I really would encourage anyone who has listened to this and kind of jives with Jennifer's awesome energy, that you get in touch with her. So what is the best way for folks to reach out to you?
Yeah, the best way is to send me an email at jennifer@deliberatedirections.com. I'm super quick to respond to email. When I'm in with patients, I don't always respond fast to phone, but you can send me a text too, which is 208-899-0146.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Jennifer, for letting us spotlight you here today.
Yeah, thanks, Allison.
Bye.